Finally, J Sharp, my own time slot in the building. A place where I can do my thing. Say the things that I feel like need to be said. Yeah. Get some stuff off my chest. I hope everybody's ready, cause we get ready to do some real talking up in here. Here we go. You know who it is. Yeah. I've been waiting for a chance to speak my heart, so it's time for real talk with your man J Sharp. Nothing's off limits, we'll talk about it all. So sit back, relax, and let's have a ball. Bringing my swag to the topics of the world, saying what most folks won't, cause I'm that bold. Let's have some fun, cause the show's about to start. Are you ready for real talk with your man J Sharp? Oh my goodness. We are finally back in the building, and man, am I glad. Hey, I want to welcome everybody to another edition. Since we're back, I feel like it's almost like we're brand new all over again, but I know we're not. But I want to welcome everybody to Real Talk with your man J Sharp, man. We holding down, we in the building. I'm going to be real honest with y'all this evening, man. I got a lot of stuff on my mind. I know I set out and put a topic out on Facebook and out there today, but at the same token, there's a whole lot that's going on that's connected to the same topic that we're talking about. So please forgive me if I get to rambling a little bit, because I got a lot of stuff I feel like I got to get off my mind tonight, being back on the air with y'all tonight. So it's all good. We're going to get this thing cracking in just a minute. But you know, before I get it started, I got to give a shout out, and I got to give all my blessings and my praises up to the Father for allowing us to be here with y'all. Finally being back on the air, being in the building each and every evening. We done had all these technical issues and difficulties that's been going on with all the other shows. But you know, I guess we had to finally sit back and relax and, you know, stop getting so upset about the whole issue and get down to the fact that, you know, I guess the main thing I would want to say first and foremost is who knew that growth was going to be so difficult? Who knew that growth would be irritating? Who knew that growth would be, you know, a battle that has to be fought each and every evening? Well, I'm going to be real honest with you. I knew, you know, when we decided to upgrade and add some more shows to the station and do things like that, you know, the devil don't never want to see you get better. The devil don't want to never see you do nothing big and do nothing good. So he gonna do whatever he can to try to shut you down, try to make you irritated, make you quit. But you know, it's one of those things, man, when you following your dreams, yeah, and I'm sliding right on into the topic just like that. When you following your dreams, man, all that hard work and all that irritation and each and everything that goes into it, man, it ends up being worth it in the end. So sometimes you just got to keep striving. You got to keep doing what you do. You got to buckle down and not get upset. You got to, you know, roll your sleeves up and figure out what's going on, what issues you got to deal with and how to make those issues better so you can keep this thing plugging along, man, because when you're meant to do something that's just supposed to be done, and I feel like that, you know, indie evolution is something that is meant to be done and it's supposed to be done. And I was called to do it, so I'm going to make sure that no matter what we go through each and every evening, I'm going to be here with y'all. I'm going to be digging in. I'm going to be going hard in the paint. I'm going to be trying to figure out the stuff that y'all ain't even worried about, because I'm the one got to deal with the back end stuff. All I'm supposed to do is entertain y'all, sit back and tell you what's good, play all this good music from whatever genre it is, and then, you know, sit back, relax, and allow y'all to enjoy all that good music. But all these technical things that go on the back end, ain't nobody worried about that except me. If I don't come back on the air, all I'm gonna hear is, oh yeah, it was just a fly-by-night show, it was whoop-whoop-de-whoop, blah blah blah. But whatever, man, you know, it's gonna be haters wherever you go and whatever you do. So, you know, put them in your rear view and let them hate, because that's what they meant to do. That's their purpose in life. Hey, you know what, man, I guess it's about that time. I don't want to hesitate any longer. I mean, I know I slid on into it, but I really want to dive into this whole topic tonight, because we talking the dream versus the realities of life. And I know some people probably may not understand exactly what that means, but then I know that there's a lot of other people that do understand exactly what that means. When you came out of, and let's back up history for a minute, because if you grown on your grown tip like I am, man, when you came out of high school and you was doing your thing, you had all these goals, you had these dreams, you had what the teachers used to call a 5-year plan. I remember they used to tell us that all the time in class, man. Get your 5-year plan together so that way you know where you're going to be once you get out of school and what direction you're going to take. And, we kind of live by that whole little scenario and that whole little thing. And when we put the 5-year plan together and we come out of school and we go into college and we do years in college, some of us graduate, some of us, figure out that college may not be for them. Some of us are not allowed to finish college due to the fact that, situations come about. Life hands you different things at different times, and if you ain't ready for them, you ain't gonna know how to react and respond. But at the same token, when you see these dreams and you realize what you want to do, and life does throw some of these, issues and situations your way, and you end up having to put your dreams on the back burner, and you have to deal with these life issues and what's going on around you. How are you going to be able to cope? How are you going to be able to continue to recognize the dream that was laid up on your heart and on your mind, and be able to recognize it at some point in your near, if not, your distant future? It's one of those things where you really got to sit back and analyze, your strength of maybe self-esteem and self-confidence at a particular point, because although life does definitely throw us curveballs and we have to deal with them accordingly and do what we have to do and what we need to do at a certain time, does that necessarily mean that you got to put your dream on the back burner and not recognize it or realize it at some point in your life? Some people, they just don't understand that, dreams are definitely meant to be realized and recognized because it's for some sort of purpose. And that purpose may not be realized or recognized at the specific time that your dream is laid on your heart or on your mind. But if you continue to pursue this dream and you continue to dig in and find the positives out of any negative situation that may be within the dream, you find those things that give you joy in the amount of work that you put into the dream that you're looking to accomplish. When it's like the old saying goes, when you find the joy in what you're doing, you never work a day in your life. But I guess maybe, in the world we live in today, some people, they don't necessarily, I guess, feel that, or they don't feel like it's something that could really be obtainable because life has weighed so heavy on them, and life has given them those obstacles that cause them not to be able to see what we call the light at the end of the tunnel. So they get engulfed in the world and the things that the world has to offer and the things that the world tells you is required from you on a day-to-day basis. But it's like, I guess it's kind of difficult to figure out if you want to really be that person. And what I mean by that person is someone who here's what the world tells them, and they abide by it fully without any kind of challenge. You know what I'm saying? You don't challenge the things that the world is bringing to you because somebody told you to do it, and because somebody told you to do it, it's an easy thing to do. But does it necessarily make it right? Does it necessarily make it right for your life and your existence and your purpose, what God may have for you? Or could it possibly be something that goes against everything that the world has to offer and the world tells you is required of you and you should and should not be about? I mean, you have to kind of stop and analyze certain things when because of course it all comes back down to the study of the Bible and the Word of God, because a lot of things that the world presents to you and the world tells you is okay and tells you is viable, and the law, they definitely contradict the teachings of the Bible, so it makes it a rougher road to determine, whether or not, well, I don't want to say determine, but I'll say discern whether or not you engulfing yourself in the world or you engulfing yourself in your spirituality. So I mean, it's one of those things that you really gotta stop and think about, because your dreams come from a specific place, and it's not man and it's not the world that is providing you with the things that you see creating and the things that you can find yourself feeling like it's going to enhance your life and make it better, not only for yourself but for your loved ones and for your family. So I mean, realize where your dreams actually come from, because it's something that God has put on your heart, and he possibly wants you to accomplish it, whether it be writing a book, whether it be writing a song, getting in the studio, recording a track, being a part of a certain ministry at church, being a part of a certain committee on your job. You never know exactly what it is that he is putting out here and has for you to do, but you never know how it's going to affect and enhance your life in the long run, if you don't necessarily just listen to God and do what it is that he's trying to tell you to do. Now, let me hold off, because I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, because that's definitely not what we're trying to do. I'm just trying to be real with you. And, I guess a lot of these things, revolve around some of our lives, because some of us find ourselves in dead-end jobs, and when we in them dead-end jobs, we find ourselves struggling at the end of the day. But you walk by and you see the CEO or the COO or the vice president or one of those high ups in the corporation, and you see that they doing well and they making lots of money and everything, but at the end of the day, you still struggling. So I mean, I guess my question at this particular point is, when you in one of them dead end jobs and you making all this money for other people, what is really stopping you from pursuing your dreams? Let me stop on that for a moment. I'm going to let you think about it. Yeah, what stops you from pursuing your dreams? Because it's these other people that's out here doing their thing. They get to go play golf when they get ready. They get to go on vacation and take their family to Disney World and Sea World and Universal Studios whenever they get ready. But you got to wait for a specific time of year. What makes you less than them? What makes you not the person who should be able to recognize and realize when you want to go on vacation and take your family out and do things for your family and yours, the ones that you love? People get so engulfed in the day-to-day grind that they don't stop and think about the extended portion of it. They don't think about what goes into all this extra. Who's benefiting, who's not? Are you really benefiting because you can say that your bills are paid, but when your bills are late, are they actually paid? It's a question that you really got to ask yourself, man, because a lot of folks don't vibe with that. They want to be simple, and simple creates a whole lot of complication, because when you're not on board and on point with what's going on in your life and what's going on around you, then it makes it real difficult for you to see that growth that you owe yourself, and that God wants to give you. And there I go preaching again, and I said I'm gonna stop that, because that's not what we here to do. We just talking real. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you now. We about halfway through this thing. I'm going to step away from the mic for just a minute, because I know there's some people out there that's listening to the show this evening. you do your business thing. You out here and you trying to get a little bit more exposure. You see that we got our little thing going on over here in Indie Evolution, and somehow, some way, you just might want to be a part of it. So I tell you what, I'm gonna step away from the mic for a minute and let my alter ego holler at you for just that's the wrong button. I'm gonna let my alter ego holler at you for just a minute. So we'll be right back in just a second. So, let's get it in. We talking real talk with your man, Jay Sharp. We talking the dream versus the realities of life, man. The stuff we got to go through each and every day, whether we want to or not. And is it what we call pursuing our dreams? What's in the cards for you, So sit back and ponder on it for a minute. We'll be right back in just a second. Hey, yo, what up? This your man, Jay Sharp, creator and host of Indie Evolution and Indie Evolution Underground Radio. Hey, every year, businesses ask themselves the same question over and over again. What can we do to increase revenue? Most businesses with websites also look for new ways to drive more traffic to their sites. From cookies to candles, retail to vacation resorts. If your business or organization has an online presence, I've got some information you just might want to hear. Did you know that weekly internet radio listeners are up 50% from last year, where approximately 49 million people listen to internet radio per month? 80% of those internet radio listeners listen in from 1 to 3 hours per day. Out of those listeners, 36% of those internet radio listeners live in a household with an income of over $100,000 per year. And guess what? They shop online. Some of you might be asking, so what are you saying? What I'm saying is that 2013 is your time to take advantage of this massive, untapped advertising platform. Indie Evolution Online Radio and Promotions is opening the door to small business owners, nonprofit organizations, online retail chains, and those with a web presence and a message they want the world to hear. Would your business or organization like to tap into this brilliant, untapped advertising platform for a fraction of normal advertising costs? Then send your business contact information to our station via email at ieundergroundradio@gmail.com. And our advertising team will contact you with our services and package details. Don't forget to tune in to Indie Evolution, Monday, 2 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Scotland, UK time, over on messyradio.com. Then check out our underground show nightly, Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. Central, on Spreaker.com/Indie Evolution Underground. Once again, this your man, Jay Sharp in the building, expanding our platform to the business community. So now's the time to join this Indie Evolution revolution and watch your website traffic and revenue soar in 2013. Hey, yo, we back in the building with you. It's your man, Jay Sharp, holding it down. This is Real Talk with your man, Jay Sharp. Hey, we've been rapping about this whole dream thing. Living the dream, wanting the dream, understanding your dream, knowing the purpose of your dream, and maybe not getting so stuck in the rat race, not getting so stuck in the realities of life. When the world tells you that you need certain things to make it through, well, sometimes you realize that it ain't the world that helps you make it through. It's the Almighty upstairs. And those dreams, they coming from Him. So you might want to push on. You might want to push forward in achieving those dreams and achieving those goals that maybe you set for yourself some time ago and you haven't been able to accomplish them as of yet. Now, it's a new year. It's a new time. You might as well start now. There's nothing stopping you but you. So go out there and chase them dreams. Go on and get them, because they for the taking. I'm telling y'all. I mean, to see where we've come just on Indie Evolution, man. We went from just one little small 30-minute show, and that was the underground show that got us started. And that was an opportunity that was presented to us from a whole nother station. And that came after being a co-host on another station. So, I mean, when God got something for you, you don't expect exactly how He gonna give it to you. And you don't necessarily even know that it's a part of your dream. But you do have to be willing to sit back and see when he's speaking to you, and see when he's presenting you with opportunities that could increase your life, not just your life, because he works on us to try to live selfless. So it ain't just going to increase you, it's going to increase some people around you. It's going to be beneficial for those who need it in the area that you presenting yourself in the areas that you looking to work in, and you looking to be a beacon of light and a help in somebody else's life. So I'm just telling you what I know, because as you can see by listening each and every evening to whether it be Indie Evolution Country, Indie Evolution Rock, Indie Evolution Underground, or now that we back on the air, Real Talk with Jay Sharp, we are living the dream. You know, we didn't know we was going to be here, but now that we are, we appreciate the opportunity, and we plan to take full advantage of it. But anywho, you know what? I guess I done talked dreams long enough, because I guess I've been in my feelings, because we've been dealing with all these technical issues the last couple of evenings, and it ain't been easy. I've been getting frustrated. I've been trying to hold it down. Shauna B been trying to, keep me calm and everything, because she know I can fly off the handle on some unnecessary stuff if I don't see the results that I want to see. But anyway, we've been doing it. We've been having fun with you. We having a good time. I guess I want to lighten up the mood a little bit, but I don't want to get too light, because I just want to ask, did anybody see Hillary Clinton give them the business yesterday? Oh my word. It's like, question me on Benghazi if you want to. I know what I was doing, and just because certain things didn't come across my desk in certain times, y'all can't question me. Y'all don't know what I done been through. Hillary did her thing, man. She made me proud yesterday. It was almost like I forgot about how her and Bill don't always see eye to eye, and might cause him to go out and do unmanly type things, But hey, whatever. I like how she hold it down for the country. So big ups to Hillary Clinton for holding it down, and at the congressional hearing on Benghazi yesterday, she did a thing. Hey man, I was going to talk about the beginning of the week, of course, the inauguration, because I sat up and I spent all day watching the ceremonies, and I wanted to get a little of this and get a little of that and put it on the show and have some things going on, but we didn't get to see the light of day at the beginning of the week. But I do want to congratulate the president for being inaugurated on his second term. Our 44th, and I guess we can now say our 44th and 45th president of the United States of America. Hey, big ups to Barack. Hey, big ups to Michelle, because Michelle was looking mighty fine. And I don't want to say it too loud, because I don't want the Secret Service trying to knock on my door talking about, are you after the president's wife? No, I'm not after the president's wife, but I know a sexy black woman when I see one. And boy, she had them bangs working. She had that red dress going on, boy, getting her thing going, man. And so I appreciate the representation of the black community that our president and first lady give to us each and every time I see them come across the television screen, man. So it does nothing but please me, and I continue to support him in all of his endeavors. I think he has been a great president in helping us bounce back from all the financial issues and the debt ceilings and the terrorism and everything that's been going on, in the United States and globally, as a matter of fact, over the last 4 years, going into the 5th year now. But I mean, considering how much he had to, encounter and engage in when he took office 4 years ago, man, it's good to see that the United States and the people of America, they can smell through the BS. Is what I really want to say, because you could have went with Romney. You could have, it was an up and down type of battle. The president didn't look strong in certain days, and Romney didn't look strong in others. and it was kind of iffy. But at the end of the day, the American people chose their leader, and they chose a good one in my eyes, because he's one that's been working for the people. He looks out for the people. He's continuing to dig in for the people, and I look forward to what the next 4 years brings in his presidency. So big ups to Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, the Obama family. The girls is getting so big. I tell you what, man, it's good to see the black family growing in the White House. Anywho, I got a few more minutes left to go, and I don't know what else I really want to talk about this evening, other than the fact that, I'm a week away from the Super Bowl, and, I could talk about that all day, every day. It's a big ups to the Harbaugh brothers. Man, first time in history, two brothers will be coaching on two opposite sidelines after one title. And I think that's cool, man, because that means that their parents really dug in and did some work, and they made them the best that they could possibly be. And both of them are showing that their skills are not short of impeccable, because to make it to the Super Bowl, one in the NFC, one in the AFC, it's a lot of stiff competition out there, man, and they've been holding it down. They got some killer teams. You got Ray on one side. That's my dude, because, hey, man, I have never seen an NFL player represent the almighty God any better. And you can question that Tim Tebow is a part of that discussion, but hey, I'm telling you now, Ray Lewis holds it down. And it's like when you see a man crying before the game during the national anthem while he's praying to God to give him the strength to go out here and fight this battle. And then at the end of the day, at the end of the game, he crying again, all over again, because the strength has been given to him and the unseeable has been seen. Nobody thought that they was gonna beat. Nobody thought that the Ravens was gonna beat Denver, let alone come in a second week in a row and put the smack down on Tom Brady and the Patriots. Man, I'm telling you now, because we gonna have a show about it. I'm just touching on it right now, but we're gonna have a whole show next week about Ray Lewis, the Baltimore Ravens, and their destiny to win a championship. Because I'm going to tell you now, I like both of them Harbaugh brothers. I like both of them teams. I like San Francisco and Colin Kaepernick. That young boy is doing his thing, and he's showing that he is a deadly weapon and should soon be a force in the NFL for years to come. But at the same token, Baltimore is destined, man. It's beyond them. It's beyond the game. And I don't think a whole lot of people see that. They bet their money on what they think and what they feel like they know, and the stats and the numbers and the players and stuff like that. But Ray is going out this year. And when he's going out and he's been a representation for God, as well as he has been over the course of 17 years of an NFL career, God is about to watch. Y'all mark my words. As much as I like San Francisco, Baltimore is winning the Super Bowl, and they winning because God said so, not because the game said so, not because San Francisco said so, but because God said so. That's his reward to Ray for 17 years of service in the NFL and the life that he has put into so many NFL players. Because if you sit back on the back burner and you listen to some of these shows and you watch some of these shows and these players talk about ambassadors of the game, the first name come out of their mouth is Ray Lewis. And that's for good reason, because Ray Lewis is representing the game not only to the game's fullest, but to God's fullest. And I think that's a superb thing. It's a fabulous thing. And it's a story. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all something, and don't y'all tell nobody. Hey, I'm a grown-ass man, and I ain't never cried at a football game. But when Baltimore beat Denver, man, you couldn't help but get emotional. Double overtime, you came back, You got Peyton Manning on the other side of the ball doing his thing. Man, it was an emotional time. And to see it go down for 2 weeks straight, you can only know that God got something major in store for Baltimore and the Ravens come Sunday, February the 3rd. And I'm going to be sitting right in front of it, watching it, paying close attention to each and everything that's going down. Hey, man, I've been sitting here rapping, running my japs and jaws and having a good time with y'all on this dream, on the realities of life, hit a little politics, hit a little Ray Lewis in the Super Bowl. But I got to be honest, it's time to go. And I hate to leave you, but I know you're ready for me to stop talking, so I'm going to stop talking for tonight. And I'm going to get back at you tomorrow night. So this your man, Jay Sharp. This is Real Talk with your man in the building. Signing off for the evening. We're going to see you tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat station. Be sure you tune in to Indie Evolution Country at 6 p.m. Central Standard. Indie Evolution Rock at 8 p.m. Indie Evolution Underground at 9 p.m. And then we're back in the building, 10:30 Central. Right here, Indie Evolution Radio. This your man, Jay Sharp, signing off for the evening. Thank you and good night.